Hard one, man, a hard one. So, first things first, I'm so proud of all my athletes today. Each and every one of them. Oscar, brand new to competing. We knew he was in the deep end. Obviously, he just wanted to. He has such a phenomenal attitude. He just wanted to get into this show. The main show for him is PCA Ireland this year in November. Wanted to get his feet wet in what is the hardest pro qualifier in Europe, the IFBBpro. So he did that. He came on stage, peeled. There was a few things that happened to him. Was just the tan, etc. All insignificant, all in which gets fixed in time, and that is what it is. Very happy with him. Ray presented himself phenomenally well. So fucking happy for him, because I think now he realizes that he is who he thought he was, and it gives him confidence now to move forward. We know with Ray, I'll always give my athletes very honest feedback. I'm not here to blow smoke up anyone's ass. Ray needs more tissue, a lot more tissue in his back. We need thicker abs and we need more tissue in his back. But he presented himself well. He was grainy, he was full, and he was very, very close to first call out. I was actually shocked that he wasn't in the first call out. But again, look, the guys that were there, absolutely huge. These are all check-ins coming in, by the way. Welcome to my world. So, Jack is a special one for me with Jack. Jack has been with me for, I don't know, since he's a kid. Obviously, he's my coach here at AKA. So again, a special one for me to see him compete. He had a hard prep. A very difficult prep. To push him hard to get him to where we needed him to be. I think he felt a lot of internal pressure because of who he is. But look, at the end of the day, he needs more skin in the game. He's a rookie. Fantastic coach, but as it comes to competing, he's a rookie. He's not. He's basically, this is his first season, not natural, and competing against top tier guys. So. In his back shot, in his transition into his front shot, he was in the top 3 there today. His back shot was fucking phenomenal. He don't even need we want more tissue everywhere, but he actually doesn't need any more tissue on his back to be competitive in this show. But he needs 10 to 15 pounds of stage weight, which is a lot to his front. So the arms, delts, chest needs to be there. The structure's there. But there's a big discrepancy between his front and his back, so he knows that. I know that. We move forward with it. That's bodybuilding. It's a game of getting better. So again, super proud of him, and just how he conducted himself after the show is very happy. Conor looked fucking fantastic. Obviously coming back from MK. Where he, had a top placing, 2 top placings, came into the show with a lot of confidence, and everything was going super smoothly for him. He last night best look to date. This morning, fucking looked absolutely wild, and then he was backstage and his stomach took a turn. So we need to find out the intricacies behind it. I don't know whether it was nerves, whether it was heat. A mixture of both, but his stomach took a turn, emptied everything out of him, vomiting for about 40 minutes. We managed to obviously sweat the tan off, so we managed to get his tan refixed. Got him back to about 60-70% of what he was in the morning, and then backstage again, the heat backstage as you're shuttled off into the smaller little section before you go on stage, again, projectile vomiting again. So, it just one of these things. There's no real explanation. As I said, I don't know whether it was nerves. I don't know whether it was the heat. I don't know whether it was accumulation of everything. We don't know. So, You know, for him we didn't run anything fucking crazy. It was just basically the same peak as before. So just look, it is what it is. He still then went on stage, which I'm so thankful for. He actually left and they were trying to cancel him off, and I went ballistic at Year One backstage and told him that there ain't a chance that he's not competing here. So they let him come back then, and he made a really, really good showing of himself. And to be honest, I need to go back. I was so worried about him when he was on stage that I almost wasn't critiquing him. I was more just concerned for him. So the last thing I want is you know, your client, if he has got a stomach bug or food poisoning, to actually get sick on stage. So I was more concerned for him. So we go back, we review the footage. Any footage I have seen, he looked very fucking good. So, but I know he could have been better if that didn't happen. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, on to the girls. Gemma, obviously first time ever competing, so she competed in true novice, top 3 finish, fucking flawless performance, very, very happy. Went into her open class G with 12 to 13 girls and got first call out. So, you know, absolutely chuffed for her. You know, it's one of them things where you don't know until you know, and you step on stage on the biggest amateur show in Europe, and again, you find out you're pretty good at this shit. So I'm very, very pleased. Of course, I have to give the credit there to Eva. I didn't prep Jen. Obviously, I'm in the background for any advice, but Eva did her thing. She absolutely nailed the prep. The two of them worked extraordinarily well together. And then it's my job just to come in and peak her. So I peaked her, and we're very, very happy with how the peak went. And she looked absolutely flawless on stage. Eva. So this is a hard one for me. So firstly, again, her class is like stacked good girls in her class, all good girls in her class. She got second place, so we'll start that straight off the bat. For me, looking at her, you know, objectively, you know, I thought she was first. Everyone there thought she was first. And, you know, I can sound like a sour coach here. I can sound like a sour fiance, but I'm not. I'm very, very honest. I'll always be honest with Eva. I'm always honest with all my clients. And my relationship with Eva, we'll talk about this in due course, my relationship with Eva while she's on prep is very coach-client orientated. It ain't fiance, blow smoke up your hole, so on and so forth. You are the best. This is very... If you want to achieve your goal or your pro card, you're going to earn it, and you don't get special treatment. This is the way it is, and she's so damn close. It's destroying me from the inside out. So that's just being very, very fucking truthful about it. So obviously she went on stage, for me, just stood out in every fucking pose. So anyway, the girl that better was also good. I just thought Eva was better. I think a lot of people thought Eva was better, but this is not to take away from that girl. She was also good. Third place was also fabulous as well. At the end of the day, as I've already said, this is as high standard in the amateurs as you can get. So it's no disrespect to any of them. They're all fucking beautiful girls that presented themselves phenomenally well, and top work. So she got second. Very, very curious as to why she got second. I had a thought, me and Eva had a chat, and obviously, you know, the first thing that comes to mind is that, look, I think you've came in a touch hard again, and we knew this because this was our feedback from two bros in Norway, and basically our feedback was to change nothing, but don't squeeze your glutes near back pose, because that hurt her because she is very conditioned from the back. So, you know, obviously that's only a fortnight ago in Norway, so where she got second place. So we've rolled into this show. I brought her in the same condition because, you know, when we look at the condition, we look at the fullness, it's absolutely nailed. However, she didn't squeeze her glutes, but there is still a lot of detail in her physique, and she's very well muscled, and basically looks like a pro basically on an amateur stage. And that's, we went to the head judge, very, very, very approachable. The minute we walked up, again, the exact words were, she's phenomenal. I've never heard a head judge say that. I don't know if you got that on camera, Don, or you got the B-roller, But the exact words were, she's phenomenal. She should never lose a show, is what he said to you, right?
Yes.
She should never lose a show. However, we don't want to see any hamstring in her side shot. So we have to bring her in a touch softer. And then I had said to her, he had made a point that it don't bring her up, kilograms. It's literally a touch softer. He didn't mention her glutes. He just mentioned we don't want to see any hamstring because our hamstrings are dialed. So that's what we do. We take, some really, really, obviously Eva was very heartwarming for Eva to hear because she's frustrated to be told from a head judge in that type of show that she should never lose a show. But obviously for me, that's going to fucking haunt me. So bring her in a little bit softer, which just seems, look, it is the criteria, right? But it just seems so bizarre to bring her in because he actually said, bring her in, she's a touch too hard for an amateur stage. It's a pro qualifier, so it's so frustrating. But this is bikini at the highest level, so we just roll with it. She goes in next week into Sweden, and we bring her in a little bit softer, and that's it. So tomorrow we have wellness up. We have Karen. We have Mantis in classic physique. We have Big Shane in super heavyweight bodybuilding. And then we have Loretta in WPD, her debut in women's physique. Very, very excited for tomorrow. And we'll call it a wrap because I have to do check-ins now so the work doesn't finish. Thank you guys for watching this vlog. And this is just me being very truthful. This takes a lot out of me. I live every second on stage with my clients. So yeah, anyway, I'll chat to you tomorrow.